We're going through a phase in America where the hate is rising. It is a problem for us to exist in this country right now because we are experiencing several different elements of hate from every aspect of our lives, like school, work, and existence, even shopping. This is the Black News Network, the real voice of Military City, USA, bringing you the news from a Black perspective. We don't own the rights to the music, but we do own the rights to what we say. Let's crack it up a little bit. The rollback of Black democracy is in full effect. If you looked at the news yesterday, you saw what happened with Cheney, and now she's no longer going to be a Republican senator in Washington, D.C. And this is all a result of what Donald Trump has done to the Republican Party. There's not very much going to change with them before we get to the next presidential election because Donald Trump got them by the balls. And it's a sad thing to know that our people are sitting back waiting and not mobilizing and getting ready for what's about to happen. Now, I'm a prepper, but I'm not here to tell you that we need to arm ourselves, we need to buy bullets, we need to buy guns. I'm not going to come at you like that because that is never the solution. You know, we hear people talking about a civil war. We hear people talking about everything that can cause this country to fall into a third world nation. That is what we are about to see. And it's going to happen because that is what Donald Trump wants to happen. And it seems as though the more we do to try and make this work for us here in the United States of America, the more they do to make us feel like we're visiting. Our visa is about to run out. But the fact of the matter is, we Black people in the United States of America will be here, but when you gone, we ain't going nowhere. They're rolling back our democracy by putting all these Republican politicians in different offices all across the country. Now, there were 11 Republican senators who went against Donald Trump. Every single one of them, well, let me say it like this, 9 of those 11 are no longer senators in our Congress up there. Only 2 won their re-election. So they'll be staying there in their positions. And that's the sad part, that our people in America are so gullible that they believe the hype that these people taking these offices are better than some of the people that were in there. Now, most of you may not think about it, but Liz Cheney is the daughter of Dick Cheney. Now, you already know Dick Cheney might as well have been the president because he was George Bush's vice president and he made things happen in the White House. He was the one orchestrating what George Bush did. We have to change the trajectory of what's happening here in America right now. And the only way we're going to change it is we have to get up and go register to vote. And we got to seek out the places where we're supposed to vote. We got to get the tools that we need to vote. And if we need to be registered, let's get registered. If we need to go find the polling booth, let's go find the polling booth. The bottom line is, if we don't ever get up and go do something that we need to do, we're going to always get the shitty end of the stick. And I'm sorry to say it, that's exactly where we're headed. We're stuck with the doo-doo end of the stick because we are sitting back, not doing a damn thing, and they are running circles all around us because we won't get off our ass and vote. You know, I've actually heard black people saying, what I'm voting for, my vote don't count. MF what this country doing. I ain't going to even participate. You don't have to participate. That is the big problem. Because you don't participate, they are running rapid up there in Washington, D.C. And they got us under control. They can put us anywhere they want to because they got the vote. And if you don't realize it right now, you cannot run this country without being in politics. Everything is about politics right now. We don't need no more pastors. We need more black politicians. You know, I would suggest that every church need to have one person in there that they are grooming for politics. We got over 400 churches here in San Antonio. That's 400 people that are being groomed to run for politics. We got to do something better than what we're doing because we're losing every damn thing. And then you hear somebody tell us that y'all need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps when you ain't got no damn boots. We ain't got it. We don't have the money to do the things that they do. So let's use the things that are available to us that we can use rather than worry about how much money we got to use for something. And most people say, well, I ain't got no money, so I ain't going to do this. Well, I ain't got no money, so I ain't going on vacation. Well, I ain't got no money, so I ain't buying me no laptop. You know, people find excuses not to do shit. I ain't got no money, so I ain't registering to vote. My vote don't mean shit. All that apathetic freaking behavior is what make us put us in the position we're in to this day. We have to vote, people. We have to vote. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do. Now we got this Inflation Reduction Act passed, and they think they can pay it. All of them running around up there patting themselves on the back like they have accomplished something when this country is in turmoil. Why would you need an Inflation Reduction Act if there wasn't a significant problem with price gouging, with every damn thing going up? And then I seen a video the other day where they were putting baby formulas in the landfill. So what? All the other nations came together and sent us stuff for babies, and now America got the audacity to throw that shit away in the landfill? That shows the mentality of our government and the appreciation of our government of what other people do for our government. Look at New Orleans during Katrina. There were shit coming from overseas to New Orleans before the U.S. did a damn thing. Overseas responded to New Orleans before somebody 500 miles away did a damn thing. That tells you, or if it didn't tell you, it should be telling you that our federal government don't give a shit about y'all black folks, and whatever you do, you're going to do it for your damn self. And if you don't do it for yourself, it ain't going to get done. And that's where we at now. This is presidential hypocrisy. Biden versus Clinton. Biden versus Clinton. No, Clinton went for the black vote when he won the presidency, and the black people were so happy that Bill Clinton got in the White House. Oh man, we got a brother in here now. We're going to be able to bump fists and play the saxophone, and it's our man right there. Shit, that's our man. Bill Clinton get his ass in the White House. And what's one of the first thing he did with that vice president lady, Kamala Harris, I think? What did he do? They came up with this bullshit for black people with 3 strikes you out. 3 strikes you are out. That's what Bill Clinton did for our nation. We went, now the military, when Bill Clinton was in office, the military was over 1 million people on active duty. 1 million people on active duty. Now, Bill Clinton in office, 3 strikes you out. The prison system at that time when Bill Clinton came in had about 380,000 people in prison already. 380,000 people in prison, 1 million or plus in the military on active duty. What Bill Clinton did for us and our nation, he cut the military by 2/3. 2/3 now. We went from over 1 million on active duty to down to 300 and some thousand on active duty. Now, imagine this. When a soldier comes into the service, or an airman or a Marine come into the service, they get processed, they get boots, they get pants, they get underwear, they get socks, they get uniforms, they get hats, they get coats, they get gloves, they get everything you need. They get food for 3 meals a day, they get a place to sleep, they get a place to shower, they get all these little superfluities of life that we need when we come into the military. All our stuff was left over after Bill Clinton cut the military by 2/3, down to 300 and some thousand people on active duty. Now look at it this way. All these M16s, every soldier, every airman, every Marine had an M16. That's the rifle that you see all the military people with. They've upgraded since then. So now we don't know what they may have. I don't know what they got. But every soldier, everyone had a weapon. Now you have to demilitarize 2/3 of, say, 600,000 M16s. Now, how are you going to demilitarize 600,000 M16 rifles and probably some 9mm Berettas, some 1911s? You got to demilitarize all that stuff and melt it back down into metal. That is the sad part. Here's what I found. That is the sad part. I mean, I hear Siri trying to talk to me. But anyway, now, when that happened, by the time everything got brought down in the military, everybody was not paying attention to what was happening in the criminal justice system. Kamala Harris pushed the three strikes you out to double the prison population in California with black people. You know, you can have a charge for stealing a Snickers bar. You can have a charge for jaywalking. And if you get any other charge for loitering or any damn thing, you going to prison for the stupidest reasons you could think of. It didn't matter what it was. If you had 3 charges, you are going to prison. That was the law by Bill Clinton. Now we have to realize that these presidents ain't about shit when it comes to doing something for the black people. They won't even commission a study on reparations. And I wish the hell I hear somebody ever say we don't deserve reparations. We worked for 243 years with no pay, 7 days a week. Don't tell me we don't deserve to get paid for that, because y'all got paid, the white man got paid off of the labor, off of black people, and people are living with that money today. All these corporations you see in America cannot be corporations in America if it wasn't for slavery, because slavery made America. Slavery made American white men rich. That's what we have had to contend with here in America. No reparation study. If you black and you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. And he got votes for that. But yet, do you see him doing a damn thing for black people? No. He ain't doing shit for black people. Kamala Harris ain't gonna do nothing because she said she cannot do anything specifically for black people. That is the bad part about America. Now, let's not forget how the police are killing people left and right. Just because we don't see all these people that are being assassinated by the police, it's still happening. It is still happening. You know, we have not had a whole lot of coverage since George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. We haven't had a lot of coverage on black people being murdered in the streets by the police since then. You know, the police killed a lot of black people, and they still doing it. The police have harassed a lot of black people. If you go to the police and want to argue with them, or not even argue with them, but let them know that you are not going to accept the bullshit that they're trying to put down on you, then you are subject to go to prison. Just because you let them know that you are just as a man as they are. The rising hate in America is not only in the citizens, it's in our public servants too. Our police are no good for us. They're not here to help us. They're not here to protect and serve like they claim they are. I don't think, and you're gonna even find the police that are here to protect and serve, because it just ain't gonna happen. What I'm seeing is they take police from the suburbs, and when they need this training, they put them down in the ghetto or in the hood where the black people are, so they can do things and make mistakes and not get held accountable. Because if that was a white person being done that way, the way they did George Floyd and the way these white crackers did Ahmaud Arbery, there would be a lot more repercussions going on in America than what we have seen. That is the sad part. Our objective now is to learn how to be politically correct. And the only way you're going to be politically correct is if you go to the polls and vote. You know, Mr. Chuck Slaughter is running himself crazy. He's a 70-year-old man, and he's still trying to get black people to go to the polls. How hard is that? How hard is it that you cannot go and vote? And on the east side, in District 2, they only compile about 2,500 votes. How can you have a population on the east side of 15,000 people, probably more than that, and you can only muster 2,000 people to the polls? That's a sad damn picture. That's an indication of apathy. And people see it and people know it. That's why every time there's a homeless issue that surfaces, the first place they look to place these homeless people is on the east side. And they end up putting them over there because we don't follow up. We are not massed together and making a statement about it. We're not going down to the city council and saying anything about it, getting on a docket so we can speak. I'm really appalled that we have not done more. And you know, you don't want the police looking at your business or what you do, so you're gonna be quiet. You're gonna accept the bullshit that they do, and you ain't gonna make no waves because you don't want to lose your job. What's the difference in what we're doing now than what we were doing 200 years ago, when the black people would not go to the polls because they were afraid of what the white man would do to them? Here it is 200 and some odd years later, and we still punking out. Still. It's a long time since that happened, and these people have given their lives. Hundreds of thousands of people have died for us to be sitting where we are sitting. Hundreds of thousands of people have died for us to be sitting where we are sitting. And it's not their fault that we're in this position. It's our fault because we have not taken the right steps in the right direction to get ourselves mobilized and equalized. And we're not going to get equalized if we don't mobilize. I'm asking you to vote this term. Go out and register to vote. You can call me or you can call Chuck Taylor. Or what was Chuck Taylor? That was some tennis shoes. Chuck Slaughter. That's his name. You can call us 210-872-2261. I mean, you got to do something, my people. We talked about a national blackout back in February. That didn't happen. We watch the news every single day and we get bamboozled and wrapped around the axle over what they decide to feed or push down our throats. It's more shit happening than what that little bullshit that they talk for an hour on is happening. There's a lot more happening out there than that. So let's not get complacent and think that the stuff that they're putting out on the local news is news. It's fake news. I give Donald Trump credit for that one. That was a nail on the head. It is fake news. People have the thought process that, and they see it in us, that black people are sweet people. I don't mean gay. I mean sweet, very nice. We want to be loved and we want to be liked. So we kiss ass so people will like us. We don't say what's on our mind so people can like us. We hand our ID to somebody and they put it back on the counter and we don't say nothing because we want people to like us. That's what we do. We are sweet people. We are docile. Things can be happening right in front of us, and rather than us get involved, we get in our car and leave because we don't want to be caught up in nothing. That's the shit we do because we are docile. Docile black people. And if you run around here talking about you humble, you crazy as hell. You need to not be humble. You need to be pissed off because shit ain't going your way. Your kind ass. Don't be kind either. I mean, we're sweet, docile, humble, and kind. You know, that's the sad part about black people. You know, and they come through every 2 or 3 months and they do a serious murder like Ahmaud Arbery. And what do? We march in the streets. We shall overcome. That's what we do. Please don't do that again, black people. And then you hear no justice, no peace. How many years have we been hearing that song and no justice, no peace? They ain't got nothing but peace. They all living in the suburbs and they making it unaffordable for black people. And they're making sure it's unaffordable for black people by not giving you the jobs that you qualify for, by not giving you the money that you paying to the equal partner on the white man. They make it a situation for you where you can't pay your rent, where you can't pay your light bill or water bill, so you get evicted. And when you get evicted, people are so damn dirty. They gonna throw all your shit out there on the corner curb. And guess what the Negroes are gonna do? The Negroes are gonna go over there and pillage through your shit and take what they can get out of your shit into their homes. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take your shit. Now, why is it that the city doesn't say anything about that? They know black people are getting evicted over on the east side and everywhere else. Why won't they come up with a plan where somebody getting evicted, let's have the city intervene and load up their shit and put it in storage and pay it for a month or two. And if they don't, after that 2 months, it's up to the owner to take over. Because if they could put it in storage right now, they wouldn't be getting evicted. That's the sad part about America not doing what they can do for the people. And everybody trying to throw money here. We got money for small business. Everybody, I've gotten an email for the last 2 weeks, every single damn day, about money that they can give for small businesses. But don't take it. You take that money, you obligated to pay it back. There ain't no more PPP loans. The nutty people here in America are becoming normalized. And because they're becoming normalized, people are thinking what they say and what they do is okay. Now, you hear the Stop the Steal rallies going on with Donald Trump. They still have not admitted that that man is not our damn president. You still got people that have won some offices. They're running around saying that Donald Trump is still the president. It was stolen from him. People are saying that. That's the kind of shit we got to deal with. We don't know why these white people are doing what they do, but we do know that they're doing something that's tearing at the fabric of this country. This country is going to hell in a handbasket, and it's going because of Donald Trump. Now, every day this year, 100 and some days this year, Donald Trump's name has been mentioned on the public news, CNN, Fox News, every freaking day. Can I get a day without Donald Trump being the news? There's more things in America going on. The last thing I saw was 2 white women who came up missing, and they were plotted all over the news. Everywhere you hear the news. But you let some of these black folks sink through the cracks. You never put a black person on the news saying they have been missing. You put them on a milk carton and other places like that, but you don't put them on the national news. How racist is that? The racists, the Klansmen, and everybody else are coming out of the woodworks. Now, see, look at it this way. All these new racist groups have made themselves known, but you haven't heard anything from the Klan yet, right? Watch what happens. They are probably waiting until Donald Trump go back into office, and they're going to be good peoples on both sides, because there's going to be some shit going down in America. They're going to try to take over and run black people away from here. And don't tell me that Abraham Lincoln is a good damn president. He's full of shit too. Abraham Lincoln called a meeting with 5 black pastors, and he tried to come up with a plan to put the niggas on a boat and send them over to Sierra Leone, Africa. It didn't work because black people ain't going nowhere. We're going to be right here when you are gone. This is the Black News Network, the real voice of Military City, USA, bringing you the news from a black perspective. We don't own the rights to the music, but we do own the rights to what we say. Join me on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. for a deeper discussion about what's happening in politics, what's happening in our culture, and what we need to do to equalize ourselves. Because they're enjoying our money right now. They're making away with our money. They're putting our money in places where we can never get it back. And we're not going to get it back because we will not come together. Let's get together with either 1 or 2 people and make sure we go to the polls, y'all. We need to do that.